A Portsmouth man gets more than a quarter century behind bars. His crime, running an elaborate drug operation involving millions of dollars in heroin. But the drugs, at least with this organization, shut down. And your side's Lex Gray was in federal court for the sentencing. Lex?
Tom, Alonzo Outten has been in and out of jail and prison since he was 12 years old, and now that's where he'll stay until he's 65. Today in court, the judge went deep into Outten's history, which gave a lot of clues about how he ended up here. Alonzo Outten grew up watching the men in his life either deal drugs or use drugs. He grew up to do the same, becoming the leader of a drug trafficking ring based in Hampton Roads, responsible for bringing millions of dollars worth of heroin into the area. His attorney told the judge Outten didn't grow up seeing any other option.
You just have to imagine, you starting at about 9 years old and all you see is people, you see heroin and you see people distributing heroin or using heroin. And that's pretty real. What kind of person would any adult be if that's the only model they see growing up?
But Judge Mark Davis didn't buy that Outten is completely a victim of his own upbringing. Outten is smart, he said. Even though he dropped out of school in 5th grade, he went on to get his GED while he was locked up. And he managed a sophisticated drug ring. So Outten knew what he was doing, the judge said, and he knew it was wrong. Here's a quote from the judge. No doubt, he knew when people get addicted to heroin, it breaks up families. It is essentially injecting poison into the veins of a community. Outten apologized for that in court today and said he regrets what he's done to his own family.
His children, that's the only time he got emotional about anything, was his children, based on what happened with him and his father not being there. And now his children have the same situation.
Jermaine Jones is another member of the Outten organization. He's already been sentenced to 22 years in prison. There are 2 more who have pleaded guilty. They're in court tomorrow and next week. Live in Norfolk, I'm Lex Gray, 10 on your side.